Hi, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your January 11th, 2024 new moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps this channel out tremendously, and it helps me out tremendously. It also gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm. So thank you so very much for doing so. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Here we have the Eight of Pentacles, angels, and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh, interesting. We have the Six of Wands reversed. We have the Ten of Wands reversed. We have the Moon reversed. We have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. And we have the Emperor. Spirit is saying stop, so that's where we're going to stop. Should we just, no, we're going to stop. Okay, fine. We're going to stop. So there we go. Okay. Interesting. All right, what's really interesting here is the Eight of Pentacles is work. So work is going to be very important to us. We're also going to get like a new lease on our work, on our focus, the way that we're moving forward in things. So that's going to be very much a big deal. I do see us moving forward, Gemini, in more of a sense of like, okay, this is what I need, this is what I want, this is where I need to be. You're not celebrating yourself, and that you need to change. You just absolutely need to change that, like instantaneously, like now, if not sooner. So being aware of that with the Six of Wands is going to be super important, because the Six of Wands reversed is almost like we're giving our power to somebody else, and Spirit's like, why? Why are you doing that? So just being aware of this energy is going to be really important. The Ten of Wands reverse is a really good thing. We're just going to see like all this nonsense that we're carrying with us. We're like, I don't want this anymore. I don't need this. I can't do this. I'm not doing this. And that's going to be a very powerful thing for us. It's like, nope, I'm not going to have this chaos being a part of me anymore. And we're going to see the weight that we've been carrying, the thing that has been stealing the joy out of our lives, right? It's been making it so that we only see the dirt on our shoes. And Spirit's like, why are you only seeing the dirt on your shoes? There's a whole world out there. And so we're coming out of a darkness, and it can be for 10 months we've been in this darkness. For some of us, 10 years we've been in this darkness. But there's a certain darkness, 10 weeks, 10 days, we're going to be coming out of it. And it's like, oh, thank goodness. Now the moon is reversed. So during this time, the moon's energy is going to be quite intense for us. So you might not think, oh, I'm not moon sensitive, or the moon doesn't affect me. It will now. So just being aware of that during this time is going to be a really important thing for us. This is also Pisces energy reverse. We can find it if we have Pisces in our chart or Pisces in our lives. We can find Pisces energy to be a bit difficult. Time frame February 19th to March 20th. So just be mindful about that. We can be uncertain about something, or a little bit of chaos coming forward. With the King of Pentacles, right? The highest court card in the Pentacles, in the deck for Pentacles, is coming forward. This is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If you're born on the cusp with Taurus, if you have Earth sign energy in your chart, check out the Earth signs. So here it's coming through very powerfully for you. So if you're born on the cusp with Taurus, if you have Taurus in your chart, check out that video. If you have the other Earth signs, Capricorn or Virgo, check out those videos. So you're going to be seeing here that there is prosperity, there is success, there is bounty leading you forward. There is also a real sense of I'm very aware of the seeds that I'm planting, which is very important, because that's what 2024 is all about. It's what do you want to build? It's also about simplicity and joy. So it's about simplifying things and saying, what do I want to build? What's important to me? What do I need to move forward in? With the Emperor moving forward, right? If you have Aries in your chart, that's going to come through very, very powerfully. Check out the Aries video if you want that information there. If you have Aries in your life, very important during this time. So you're going to see that the Emperor has more of an impact on you than you realized. Also, you're very deeply connected during this time with sacred masculine energy, especially, a patriarchal energy. So I don't know. I always feel like right now, like patriarchy is like, for some reason, like a bad word. And I don't think it is a bad word. It is just simply, yeah, a matriarchy is women ruling, and patriarchy is men ruling. But we have patriarchies and matriarchies in our families. We have the head of the household that is a guy. We have the head of the household that is a girl. And so here we're connecting with that energy. But we do, if you have somebody, okay, so I'm seeing an older man coming forward, right? actually, who I'm seeing coming forward is my grandpa. And so there's that energy for, yeah, my grandpa is coming forward right now, and he's like, tell them, tell them. And so there's that energy of somebody coming forward who has passed, that you deeply love, that you're deeply connected with. And what my grandpa is telling me to tell you is like, tell them to embrace this energy, right? Tell them to connect with this. Oh, oh my goodness. No, January 11th, that's my grandpa's birthday. So maybe he wanted me to tell you that it's his birthday. That's hysterical. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Seriously. Did not make that connection. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. That's too funny. January 11th is my grandpa's birthday. Yeah. And the new moon is in Capricorn. All right. And the new moon is at Capricorn at 20 degrees, 44 minutes in Capricorn. Both the sun and the moon are 20 degrees, 44 minutes in Capricorn. And what we're going to see during this time is that the Capricorn energy, because we have Pluto at 29 degrees of Capricorn until the 20th, right? Capricorn energy can be brought forward in a less positive manner. So just be mindful about this during this time here, Gemini, that there's an intensity to this time. There's an intensity to this energy where it's like it can be all work and no play. And we just have to be mindful about this with the Eight of Pentacles. We can be really focused on how am I growing things, how am I moving things forward, almost to the point where you're like, this isn't fun anymore, or like it holds no joy to me. For me, I don't want to do this. So just be mindful about this during this time. Okay. So let's see. I'm still just blown away that my grandpa came through like that. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh, and if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a snowflake in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced on the what day? On the 1st of February. Do not be scammed by anybody contacting you in the comment box pretending to be me. It will not be me. So do be aware of that. And also, if you are interested in purchasing a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's linked in the description box below. Okay, so let's see what Spirit has to say. Ooh, so we have two. We have here radiant reverse and we have prosperity. We're not letting ourselves shine. We see that in the cards right here. Prosperity is coming forward. Whether you think you're prosperous or not, there is going to be this energy of prosperity guiding you forward. Let yourself be radiant. You're not letting yourself shine for one reason or another. It can be that you're very affected by the energy that's going on right now, solar flares, the alignment of planets, and there's stuff to talk about, right, with the alignments of planets during this time. So just be aware of this, that we're needing to give ourselves permission to shine. And that's going to be very, very, very important for us. To be prosperous, we need to shine. And that's just also part of a Gemini thing. People sit there and say, oh, Geminis are like fantastic actors. They're so good on putting on different faces. But a Gemini needs to have that sparkle to them. We just do. We just do. It's just going to be important. You need to let yourself shine. You need to go after what intrigues you, and you need to absolutely embrace it. It moves us then to our energy from our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And here we have self-mastery reversed. This is the solar plexus chakra. I would not be surprised at all if you're having a bit of tummy issues right now, so do be mindful about that. Be mindful about taking care of yourself, about listening to your gut, kind of slowing things down and putting things into rhythm. We're going to see the natural rhythm of things is very important, more important than we ever thought it was. And we're trying to get back into alignment with that natural rhythm. So do be aware of this. Let's see here what energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides. Ooh, sorry, just hit my mic. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. The King of Swords. That makes perfect sense. We can get in our own way. So do be mindful about that during this time. We can also be very, very critical of ourselves, like really, really harsh. Like you would never speak to somebody the way that we're going to speak to ourselves. So watch your self-talk. Embrace your mind. Look at things. Be practical. Yes. Be logical. Yes. But don't be so practical, so logical that you're cutting out the magic of it all. You need to have the magic come in, or else you won't be prosperous. You won't see yourself shine. There'll be a harshness. And that's the thing with air sign energies. If you've ever noticed, I have a deck that's the what is it deck? The King Arthur deck. and it's by Llewellyn Tarot. And I don't know if it's their only, King Arthur deck or not, but it has as the King of Swords and the King and the Queen of Swords. It has the bad guys, right? It has Morgan and it has Mordred, right? And that upset me. I never used the deck. I should have returned it, but I didn't. So there's a harshness to the swords when we're out of alignment with ourselves. And so we just have to be aware of that during this time. That we have to embrace what is true for us, yes, but we cannot be rigid. We also are always being forged. A sword is forged. So we are forged by our life experiences. And there can be a resentment to that. There can be an anger to that. It's like, why are things harder for me than they are for others? You might have people say that to you. Things are more complicated for you. Why is it always so difficult for you? It's because you're being forged. And in that energy of you being forged, you're forging people around you. You're having them look at things differently than other people do. You're having, you're cutting through doubts and fears and negativity more than others are. And there's a level of, not tell it like it is, but very much like honesty in the energy that you bring forward. So just being aware of that is going to be a super powerful thing during this time. Okay. So we have the intensity of this full moon coming forward, this new moon coming forward in Capricorn. All right. On the 11th of January, we have the dwarf planet Eris moving stationary direct at 24 degrees of Aries. And then this brings justice and truth very powerfully forward. That's a very important thing for us. We're ruled by Mercury. So justice and truth is very important to us as well. So just being aware of it during this time, not as much as it is for Sagittarius or for Libra, but I do see us wanting to know, being curious, and then kind of moving on. So that's going to be a very important thing. We could be looking at things, very curious about what's going on, the ideas, the happenings here. So just be aware of that. All right. So with the Eight of Pentacles crowning everything, know that this is a lucky time, financially speaking, for everyone. There's really tremendously good energy coming forward. We have Saturn sextile Jupiter, which is very positive energy for good finances and also for business, for moving forward, for being successful. We also have Mars trine Jupiter, which is very enthusiastic energy, very much go-getter, very much like I can do this. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. We're not afraid of hard work. We're not afraid of rolling up our sleeves, going after what we want. And we have the King of Pentacles here. It's like, okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to see myself succeed. And this is going to be the time where you can feel like a switch turning and you can feel yourself stepping into yourself more. You could have felt rather frustrated, rather like, why aren't I moving in the right direction? Just like, I need space for the beginning, for this first beginning week of January. And now you're stepping into your energy. Something could have also slowed you down. You could have gotten sick, or you could have gotten hurt, or, you could have had 18 million things pulling you in 18 million different directions. And now you're going to be really focusing on your prosperity, your success, and the way that you need to move forward for you. And that's going to be a big thing. We also have the new moon trine Uranus, which is very inspiring for the future. And we're setting that up. There's an energy here of I am succeeding. It's not if I succeed. It's I am succeeding. I am succeeding now, because why not me? And that's going to be an energy that serves us very well as we're moving forward. The Six of Wands reversed. We have trouble celebrating ourselves. That negative Capricorn energy that comes into play. You're never going to make enough money. You're never going to be good enough. You're never going to be successful enough. That those doubts, those fears coming into play, like that old saying that you hear people saying, you can never be too thin or too rich. That's not healthy. That's not healthy. You can be too thin and you can have too much money. So, just know that during this time, it's like, am I happy? Am I connecting? Do I see myself as successful, or am I always chasing something? So here with the Six of Wands, stop putting yourself down. You've been putting yourself down for too long. You've looked at yourself and not been happy and not been connecting and not. And Spirit's like, why? We have a short time on this earth. Are we going to spend it berating ourselves? Or are we going to spend it making sure we thrive? Making sure that we have the best time on this earth. Even if people look at us and say, well, you're not doing XYZ. Are you having fun? Are you connecting? Are you happy with the energy you sit in right now? Fantastic. Embrace it. All right. What's really interesting is that Mars is powering Ixion, okay, the dwarf planet Ixion in Capricorn. And this is asking us, are we living by the right set of rules, right? Are we living by the right set of rules? And right here, we're not celebrating ourselves. So no, we're not. And Spirit's like, okay, what rules are you living by that just aren't right for you? So just be aware of that during this time. Okay. Mercury is also conjunct the galactic center. This is important for us because we're putting down a heavy load that we've been carrying. And we're seeing that this moon kind of knocks us off our game. And that would be one of the reasons why. Okay. So when Mercury conjunct the galactic center, Mercury is the messenger, right? And Mercury is the mind. But we are ruled by Mercury. So when the messenger and the mind are aligned with the cosmic mind, we can feel super overwhelmed. We can feel super frustrated. We can feel super burdened. It's like everything's just weighing down, compiling on our shoulders. So just be mindful about this with the 10 of Wands. It's like, no, I'm letting it go. And you might find that you let too much go at first. It's like, I'm just going to let it all go. And now you're going to say, okay, I need to carry this. I need this. I need to look at that. What is my passion? What is that I desire? But you're getting back into alignment because you're taking away the weight. You're taking away the chaos. And we see the 10 of Wands come up a lot in readings, and sometimes people say, how can I have this energy being released, all the time? Because we always gather things. We always gather things like barnacles on a ship, right? You need to have the ship bottom cleaned, which I never ever thought of, right? You need to have the ship bottom cleaned or else it'll sink. It'll sink by the barnacles. So that's wild. And here, it's wild. It's wild. We need to know what we're carrying within us, with us, for us. And we need to let a lot of it go because it's not going to be healthy for us. So just being aware of that is super important. We also have the dwarf planet Gungkung conjunct Saturn. Now, this is a very important thing because this alignment can bring over. Oh, it can just be overwhelming, okay? Overwhelming constriction to us. It can bring overwhelming constriction to us. And that's what we're going to be feeling with this moon. Overwhelming constriction at times. It's just like, okay, it's intense. And Gungkung is linked to flooding. So it's like overwhelming constriction that just floods over. But what we're also going to see is that this constriction isn't just going to be in our daily lives, but it's also psychically and emotionally. So we're going to see ourselves rebelling. It's like, just like release it all, right? So that we can move forward psychically and emotionally, powerfully and personally. So there's going to be the sense here with the moon where it's like, what the heck is going on? What the heck is here? I feel restrained. I feel resentful. I feel overwhelmed, but I don't feel like me. And that's going to be where the King of Pentacles comes in. It's like, what seeds do you want to plant? How do you want to move forward? Where is it that you want to be, Gemini? And we have to stop and ask ourselves that. What is it that you want? And what is it that makes you feel successful? You're also going to push out your success to say, okay, this needs to be done in the moment. But Spirit is saying here, what seeds are you planting? And are they important to you? And that's going to be a really big thing with the King of Pentacles coming forward. A very big thing, especially if you have earth sign energy in your chart. You will see that earth sign energy in your chart taking over. If you have Aries energy in your chart as well, takes over during this time. Okay. Pisces energy in your chart kind of runs amok a bit during this time. Okay. Or Cancer energy, because Cancer is ruled by the moon. So just being aware of this during this time, or you're born on the cusp of Cancer. Okay. That can kind of take over there as well. But just being aware with the King of Pentacles, prosperity, success, bounty, abundance, what seeds are you planting? What is it that you want? And then with the Emperor, what is your success? But it's also like, what do you have to plan for? Right? That's where my grandpa's energy came through, right? And there's a sense of like, what are you planning for? What do you want? What's your goal? What are you working towards? I mean, my grandpa was a fantastic man, but he worked so hard his whole entire life. He never had a break. And it's like, what are you working towards? And is it, that's interesting. It's like, I don't mean to say this to sound rude because I'm really talking here. That energy is coming through so powerfully. And it's just like, oh, wake up call, right? Are you having things thrown at you when you go to work, right? Are you, having to go through like this chaos and all this stuff? Because my grandpa had to. And I look at that with me and it's like, okay, no, you don't. So let's look at at being prosperous just by being ourselves. Because a lot of things that they had to go through, I'm not going through now. And I'm saying that personally. So we can look at it and say, okay, all the things that I'm going through, is it the same or is it different than what my ancestors went through? Or those that want to see me succeed went through? And it's like, look at the way they paved for us. Look at what they showed us. Look at where we're connecting. So that's going to be a big thing. And I'm seeing it with the men in the family. Okay. So through the parental line, like looking at that. And it's going to be the people who raised you. So if you're adopted, if you are fostered, all that stuff, it's with the people who raised you. I don't mean all that stuff dismissively. I mean like all the different ways. Love makes a family, right? So look at that way. The people who connect with you. Look at that and see how it's different. See how you're different because you're going to be surprised. You really are, Gemini. You're going to be like, oh, wow. Okay. Okay, cool. Like there's something here they want to know. I taught you. And even if it's just, I taught you how not to live, right? I taught you never to be like me by my actions, by my energy, by my words, so just be aware of that because it's coming through very, very strongly, Gemini. So let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Okay. So it's really interesting here is that we have believe in the impossible reversed and we have patience reversed. So during this time, we're working super hard, okay? But we are forgetting to believe in the impossible and we're forgetting to be patient with ourselves. We are going to be working and thinking instantaneously, I need to see the results. And we can get really frustrated and really annoyed and really dismissive with ourselves. So just be mindful about this during this time. You have to be patient and you have to believe in the impossible. It's like start believing in that impossible, beauty, dream, connection, calming it down and being in the moment. That's going to be a powerful thing. And also authentically moving forward. I know the word authenticity is thrown a lot so that it can be a bit boring, but authentic means showing up as ourselves. And that's going to be a powerful thing. It's like show up as you. People will see it. People will see if you're in it or if you're not in it. Like if you're connected with what you're doing, if you're connected with the way you're moving forward or not. I'm not just talking about making money. In our Western world, we tend to think, okay, everything has to be brought back to money. And it's like, okay, cool. But it doesn't have to be. Are you showing up authentically to play, to sing, to dance, to connect, to just be? And what if we start showing up authentically to every moment? We eat lunch with joy. If we start talking with passion and joy and connection, I see authenticity being joy because we'll be happy to do it. We'll be happy to connect because it's going to be something that elevates our energy vibration. Nothing is yet set in stone. No, not that's here. This is nothing will come of the situation is reversed. Okay. And here we have action. So with the Six of Wands, we're kind of feeling rather nihilistic, right? The end will always come. Why does it even matter? But we need to take action in our lives. And a nihilistic approach does not lead to, only leads pretty much to fatalism, right? So here, just being aware of this is going to be super important. Looking at what do I want? What do I need? How do I move forward? Where do I want to be? With the void, of course, and that's what nothing is set in stone is. The void, of course, is a certain time, it's many times during a lunar cycle where things just go a little bit wonky. And you can look them up. They happen all the time. And I know people who just don't do anything during the void, of course. They're like, nope, it's just not going to turn out the way that I want it to. So I'm just going to wait those few minutes and not get caught in it. And that's totally cool. But taking action and saying, this is what I want. This is how I'm moving forward. This is what I'm going after. That's going to be super important. And that has us starting to celebrate ourselves because we're kind of feeling like nothing is going right? Our intentions aren't working out the way that we had planned. But if we start taking action, and if we say, I'm just going to take action, I'm going to take action, for 30 minutes a day towards this goal, towards that goal, towards this, towards that, that's going to start aligning things in a way that is extraordinary. The answers you need are coming, and they are. Here with the 10 of Wands, as we're releasing a lot of what's burying us, it's out of self-love. And it's connecting with what we love. It's connecting with ourselves, remembering that we're represented by the lovers in the major arcana, meaning love is so important to us. Lovers express love. Okay, it's not the lusters. It's not, anything like that. It is loving. And the Greeks had multiple words for love, right? You had eros, which is the erotic love. You had the familial love. You had the agape love, the familial love, the family love. You had the agape love, which is like the love of Christ, right? So here, and if you don't believe in that, that's totally cool. But it's like the unwavering, undying, selfless love that comes forward. And the familiar love is out of responsibility, right? It's like, I take care of you because that's what I do. And here, self-love is showing up for ourselves and saying, I see me. I'm connecting with me. I love me. And it brings us to the answers we need are coming. We're forgetting that we need love. We think we need questions, or we need a mystery, or we need something to solve a puzzle, but we need love. That's what we thrive off of. And we'll tend to think, oh no, that's for other signs, right? Libras need love, and Cancers need love, and this person needs love, and that person needs love, not me. No, we're represented by the lovers for a reason. And it brings us to look at the big picture. We have to. With the moon, with everything that's going on, we can feel like, wow, this is too much. But if we have faith and we look at the big picture, we look at, okay, what are the goals that I want? It doesn't have to be big. You can say, I want a little house by the sea. And say little. Like, don't say, I want a McMansion. You can say McMansion if you really want to. But just say, I want a home by the sea. See what happens. If you don't want a home by the sea, don't say that. Say wherever you want to be. But look at things and kind of simplify it and say, this is what I want. Like, this is where my happiness lies. Look at the big picture of what we're taking aim for. And then having faith. And then looking at the moon, looking at the fears that are holding us back, because the moon reverse, it's fear, it's anger that holds us back. Our fear will translate into anger. It will translate into, not being productive. So just be aware of this during this time. We need to have faith. And we need to say, okay, that faith takes action. I can't have faith and then not do anything. So I need to take aim. I need to look at the big picture and say, what am I aiming towards? It brings us to take time to breathe out. We're not going to. You'll actually find that there are times where you're just holding your breath, right? You're just not taking time to breathe out, and you're not surrendering. And that's going to be part of what the King of Pentacles says to do. In order to be successful, we need to surrender. We need to say, okay, I don't know it all. I'm surrendering to the power of the moon. But what that means is I'm surrendering to the ever-changing face of me, the ever-changing power of me. And that moves us then to take time to breathe out. We forgot it. We forgot to take time to breathe out. And we forgot that it's okay to change. It's okay to explore, to question, to dive deeper. And that's the heart and the essence of a Gemini. So here, take time to breathe. Like, take time just to focus on the breath, to focus on yourself, because nothing is yet set in stone. And I think we've forgotten that. We thought, okay, here it is. It's all done. And Spirit's like, no, it's not. It's not. We see that. We see that all the time. And know that protection is with us. Around the Emperor, we are being protected. We are being watched after. Protection is with us, and nothing is set in stone. So don't be so harsh on yourself, so nihilistic, so much like, oh, I think I know the whole thing. You can be really worried about things that are sacredly important to you, because they're part of your sacred mission here on this earth. And all this other negative nonsense has come in. And now you're thinking, oh, I can't do this. And Spirit's like, why? Why can't you? So here we have our subconscious spirit message. And here we have focus reversed. We're all over the place. Focus yourself. Focus yourself. Look at your prosperity. Look at it as seeds, right? That you want to plant. A garden that you want to nurture. A garden takes time. We all would love to have a beautiful garden, or at least I would love to have a beautiful garden, but it takes time. It needs to be tended. It needs to be weeded. I always forget. I'm always like, oh yeah, tomorrow. And then I don't do it. So here, it's like focus. Focus and hone yourself. With a little bit of focus, with a little bit of a follow through, we can be extraordinary. Our subconscious chakra energy is life purpose. This is the throat chakra. We need to speak our purpose. We need to speak what we want, what we desire, what we're looking for, because it's reversed. And Mercury energy, our energy, Gemini air sign energy, is all about the voice, is all about the throat. So talking, connecting, even if we can't talk, it doesn't mean that we have to be able to communicate in one way or another, but we have to be able to listen to our voice within ourselves. And here we've gotten off track with our life purpose. And Spirit's like, okay, we need to center ourselves. We need to take time to breathe. We need to center ourselves again. And then we're going to start to see our purpose coming in. We've also been overwhelmed, and we need to release a lot of the chaos, the fire, the things that have been consuming us, right? Air feeds fire, and it's been consuming us, consuming us. We have to let it go. It's like we have to let go of all the fire, of all the combustibles around us. And it moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. The Nine of Swords reversed. We need to be mindful that we're releasing a lot of worry, and that worry can come to the surface first before it's gone, before we're like, nope, not doing this anymore. It could be like, oh, I'm just absolutely consumed by this. So just be mindful about this. We can feel like it comes in waves. It just hits us. Our subconscious tarot message is the Three of Wands reversed. The horizons, they don't seem bright for one reason or another, or it doesn't seem like there's this big expanse. Life can be small, and that can be okay. We can be frustrated by it, but we can say, okay, I stand where I stand. I am who I am. It's not about out there right now. It's about in here. It's about the universe within me. And I need to see that. And I need to have the opportunities opening for me by me. It brings us then to our energy to be mindful of. Not mindful of, I do apologize. Our Luna energy. It's self-reflection reversed. Okay, first of all, we can be a little bit too self-reflective, right? We can be looking at ourselves and looking at ourselves. I did this wrong, 15 years ago. I did that wrong then. Da, 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 da. It's not going to help us. Here, confidence is your key to success. Be confident within yourself. Hold your head up high. The Six of Wands is not celebrating you. And now it's like, okay, I need to celebrate me. I need to show up for me. And that's just going to be so important. Don't get caught on yourself. Don't. Reflect, yes. Say, okay, what do I need to look at? What do I want? Be reflective, but in a productive way, not in a tearing ourselves apart way. All right. All right, Gemini. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy, as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And know that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Gemini. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.